Shalom, shalom, shalom. It's Man of Monday. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High. Yahweh Shai. This is your brother Amath. I acquire first name. IQ is all the same. You've reached another episode. DSTM. Don't shoot the messenger. Episode number 169. Not gonna be long today. Just got a couple of things that need to be exposed. We're gonna see and understand why and what the panic is within the churches, within the synagogues, within the temples. What's going on is a mass exodus of people leaving, and we're going to expose and show the desperate measures that these churches are leaning towards and these synagogues are leaning towards to try to retain membership and try to entice the new generation, the Gen Zs. Very interesting stuff that these charlatans and these damn devils are out there doing, trying to persuade and trying to seduce our people into following along with folly day and religiosity. Religion comes from the Latin word religare, which means to tie down, fasten, and restrain. And that's exactly what they're trying to do, and they're trying to continually do as it is this day. They're trying to tie down, fasten, and restrain any manner of wokeness, any manner of our people waking up. And it ain't just our people. What we're focusing on our people, right? But we're seeing the worldwide and the global folly that goes on with religion. Okay. So let's go ahead on and I'm going to let me first of all let me share that with you real quick. I said it, so I gotta prove it, right? Let's go there, man. Hopefully everybody's doing well, man. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Wipe your feet when you come up in here, man. Anytime that our channel gets banned, gets shut down, they shadow ban all the content that comes out after it. So people aren't getting notified. People are being unsubscribed. I know I say it all the time, but they always hitting us all the damn time. So of course I gotta be repetitive. I gotta keep informing our people. Listen, don't let them continually block you from receiving content and receiving the truth. Only way you can avoid doing that, man, hit the like button, wipe your feet, show some honor and some respect to the house. Okay, that's all we need. Outside of that, man, we just got to keep pushing. But check this out. Let me share this with you real quick. This is etymologyonline.com, right? And this is the etymology of the word religion. Okay, so let's look down here, and we're seeing this noun of action was derived by Cicero from religare, go through again in reading or end, from read again, legere to read. However, popular etymology among the later ancients, Severius, Lasitinius, Augustine, and the interpretation of many modern day writers connects it with religare, to bind fast, right? And there's a uh I think it's in the Oxford, man. It's in the older Oxford dictionary from like the 1800s. It gives you that further understanding in regards to the bind fast, to hold down, and to restrain is the complete um, definition. But just through the etymology, the main thing is to bind fast, meaning to what? Hold down, to bind, to constrain, to keep you locked in. That's why you have all of these multiple denominations all over the world for anybody to pick and choose, like a box of Skittles or a bag of Skittles. You can pick whatever color you want. It's still gonna tickle your little sweet tooth, make you follow along with tasting the rainbow. And next thing you know, you're following along and you got a sweet tooth that you got to keep going back for more and for more and for more. But the Skittles ain't free. You always got to pay, don't you? You got to buy the bag. So what are they doing every Sunday? They're paying for you. You're paying for your peace of mind. You're paying for your solace. You're paying for your emotional pick me up. You're paying for that party, the after party. They might as well just go ahead and take the money at the door as you come on in. All right. So let's look at this, man. This guy right here, Jamal Bryant, mega preacher, I said, down south. And he's acknowledging the issues that the church is facing. A sister I know, man, seen this brother preaching. He was a guest preacher at another popular crack house out here in LA, City of Refuge, right? He was a guest preacher. She was there for, I think, her and her mother was there for like the first time. So this is the first time that they're witnessing and seeing this charlatan in action. Lo and behold, people was running up before the end of the sermon, throwing money at him. Very similar to when Creflo and what's the other guy? Leon, I think Leon Washington or something. I forgot the last name. But Leon, very famous clip that you can see on YouTube. I did a little class on that video like 2008, something like that. It's that old, of TD Fakes and Leon skating up and down the pulpit, money all over the place, as they're running around doing their best Ric Flair imitation, talking about, woo, I'm gonna put some anointing on this money. And they dancing and gliding and sliding and jigging and foaming at the mouth. I mean, they doing it all as people continually run up, entertaining the show, throwing more money on the floors. So fast forward, Jamal Bryant and Noel Jones, who runs City of Refuge, reenacted the same thing. And the sister seen it, she said, oh, this ain't right. I'm out of here. So this guy ain't some rinky-dink preacher. He's one of the top level talking heads of religion, one of the charlatan seducers that's out there, right? But listen to him. And then pay attention to this cackling, goofy sister who has no damn honor or respect for truth herself, and she's even entertaining this foolishness. But watch this.
I'm looking for people that smell like weeds. No, really.
Hold on.
Is
Like, I don't know how to rewind this on Instagram. I don't really be on Instagram like that. This was sent to me. So I'm going to play it again. But in the beginning of this video, he said, I'm looking for people that smell like weed. Weed. And she laughs at first. But then watch her reaction as he started expounding on the knowledge on the reason why he says so.
New Birth is the largest land-owning black church in America. Wow. And so my position to my deacons is, why aren't we not raising cannabis? I'll be able to bring in black males. They're able to do it legally. I'm teaching them.
Look at her. As soon as she hear black males, she starts getting. I was about to say something. You see how she all of a sudden just got moist? You dig what I'm saying? And that's what goes on in the church. First thing she starts thinking about is men at the church. Not the word, not the law, statutes, and commandments. He's talking about turning the church into a trap house. And here she is talking about, Did y'all catch that? Don't worry, we're going to play it again.
Farming.
Oh my God.
I'm helping them to enhance the ecosystem.
Look at the overreactions, man. If you can't tell that that's acting 101, I mean, the chick is trying to get a damn Grammy. Either that or she's trying to, I'm trying to keep it as kosher as I can in PG. I don't want to be overly sexual, but I mean, look at her. I mean, she's acting like she's reached the big O. How about that?
This is the kind of conversation. So if the guy, black boy in Bankhead said, they growing weed at the church, where do I join?
Yes.
I don't need no pamphlet.
Yes. See, this is the fallacy that's going on, man. Let me go to Isaiah 5. Leave it 1:5. And let's drop down and we're going to read is it 5? Maybe it's not. Hold on. 1 second. Jeremiah 5, Shalakia. Jeremiah 5. We're going to go to the chapter. Let's drop down. So Jeremiah 5, right? And let's read 25 and 26 and 27 and 28. Jeremiah 5 and 25, it says, your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you. So the Most High is letting us know that the reason why our prayers aren't being answered, the reason why that we're being cursed, that we're going through hell on earth, is because of our sins. Period, point blank. It ain't because you're not being able to grow weed on the church's plantation. The young men and women that are leaving your church because you're a liar and your truth is not in you, and you're trying to seduce young men, as you said, young black boys, to re-engage with the church through weed. He said he wants people, he's looking for people that smell like weed. I'm gonna play it again. And then you see that sister acting a damn fool with his proposition. This is why our people is in the condition that we in. Because of iniquities, and good things are being held from us, because you got charlatans and false preachers like Jamal Bryant out there leading our people astray. Let me continue. For among my people are found wicked men. They lie in wait, as he said, he that set a snares, they set a trap, they catch men. Oh, so he wants to smell the weed, lay out the trap. They've got the biggest farmland in America as far as churches are concerned. And he's saying, why are we not growing weed? This is the conversation he's having with his deacons. So that when they roll over the bankhead and they say, hey, we slinging weed, we got weed at the church. And you can tell the little young cats, man, hey, y'all don't have to go out here and slang this weed over here. You can come do it for the church. We're in the cannabis business. Hey, man, you don't have to go stand on these corners and smoke over here. We got smoke rooms in the church. Setting traps to catch men. Reading verse 27. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore, they become great and waxing rich. That's the end all be all for him, because he said, why are we not in the business? We've got the farmland, and we needed to go ahead and check into the licensings. Let's get some suppliers. Let's get the research done so that we can start growing our own strands, and we can become rich. And we're going to get them butts back into the seats of the church. Verse 28. They are waxing fat, they shine, yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. He said they've gone beyond the weeds of the deeds of the wicked. But you can't blame the so-called white man for this. This the wickedness of our own damn people. They judge not the cause, they call the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper, and the right of the needy do they not judge. He's not worried about community. He's not worried about building up and establishing righteous homes and marriages. He's not worried about making sure that the kids are righteously educated in the laws and the commandments and true history. No, he's worried about strands and weed. I'm going to play it again.
I'm looking for people that smell like weeds. No, really, New Birth is the largest land-owning black church in America. Wow. And so my position...
Wow. He's not talking about organic farming. He's not talking about creating farmers markets, for the neighborhood. He's not trying to improve the health of our people by utilizing that farmland in America, as he calls it, to get our people's diets back in order. No, he says, let's use the land to buy, to grow weed. And these silly women are talking about, wow. Is that all that it takes, man? For you women in the world to just be impressed? For a Negro to have his a manicure, you see his nails. Negro to have a manicure and some fake reading glasses, and brag about how much land he's got and how he's getting into the weed business. Is that all it takes for you to get turned on? A little money talk. Nice little feminine, nail job. Y'all can go get manis and petties together. Huh? I mean, good Lord.
Position to my deacons is why aren't we not raising cannabis? I'll be able to bring in black males. They're able to do it legally. I'm teaching them farming.
Oh my God.
I'm helping them to enhance the ecosystem. This is the kind of conversation. So if the guy, black boy in Bankhead said, they growing weed at the church, where do I join?
Yes.
I don't need no pamphlet for him.
Yes. Yes. You hear them? This is how they doing in the churches, man. Well, let's go on. What's going on in the synagogues? Let's look at our clones over here. Let's look at the GMO folks. Look what they're doing in their community. Shabbat is a salve and a scene. Okay? Let's listen to this. Thursday is not technically the Shabbat. Out on the evening of November 10th, more than 100 millennials and members of Gen Z packed into a loft in Soho to observe it anyway. Gen Z packed into a loft to observe it anyway, even though it wasn't a Sabbath. Here they are changing the laws. The Jewish Sabbath begins at sundown on Friday and ends at sundown Saturday. But the host of this event, the jewelry designer Suzanne Alexandra, really wanted Matt Green to preside over the gathering. He spends every Friday at Congregation Beth Elohim in the Park Slope neighborhood of Brooklyn, where he is assistant rabbi. So Miss Alexander opted to hold the dinner a day early. Oh, so here is the woman. She usually has the assistant rabbi holding the Shabbat at her house every Friday. Now she tells Matt Green, assistant rabbi, we're doing it on Thursday. You got a problem with that? What's he say? It's a little weird that it's not on Friday, Rabbi Green said, but whatever gets people excited about Shabbat works for me. Oh, so he's got the authority to change the laws, huh? Whatever the people want is what he gets, right? Well, look at this. Revelation 22, let's just read verse 18 and 19. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book, if any man shall add unto these things, the Most High shall add unto him the plagues that are written in the book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, the Most High shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. So, do we see that adding and taking away of the word of the Most High is punishable by death? We see that? But see, this is why we can't allow these people to dictate what happens in the true Hebrew Israelite community. Because here they go, they hijack it, and then they start making their own tweaks for themselves. So if he can go in there and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead on and we're going to change this, that, and the third, right? What's to make them say that they haven't made a lie and said, we're not with those people, the so-called blacks and Hispanics, Native American, they're not the real Jews, we are. If they can just change things at will, clearly they did that with us and the truth about history. Let's look at Luke. And let's read verse we're gonna read 22. We're gonna read verse 1 first. It says, now the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, which is called the Passover. And the chief priests and scribes sought how they might kill him, speaking about them plotting to kill Yahushua, for they feared the people. See what happens when you've got compromised priests, compromised scribes, compromised leaders who are willing to do whatever it takes to satisfy people. They will even kill to keep their positions, to keep butts in the seats. This is why Rabbi Green needs to be, you know what? I'm not going to say nothing about Rabbi Green because YouTube will say that's hate speech and a cause for violence. I'm not calling for violence. I'm calling for truth. I'm calling for righteousness. I'm calling for lies to be exposed. Why? Because Christ told us that we have to do that. John 8:32. Let's just read that one real quick. John 8:32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So is this the truth where Rabbi Green has decided to compromise? Huh? He says, hey, if it gets the people excited about the Shabbat, it's cool. I'm down to change it. I'm down to not correct them and show them the right way. Not tell them no, it's not okay. I don't care if it's convenient for your dinner party on Thursday rather than Friday. We're not doing that. Did he do that? No. What did he do? Romans 1:25. Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. This is a statement. We would already understand and know who's behind this. Verse 24. Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. So we're seeing how the Most High has been replaced by corruptible man, by corruptible issues of the flesh and lust of the heart and lust of the mind. That Rabbi Green says, you know what? His heart, his will supersedes what the Most High said. So what did he do in turn? Change the truth of the Most High into a lie. And then you see why we get so passionate about calling them frauds and fakes and GMO based species trying to be the real thing. Let's finish reading this. Some attendees came dressed for the occasion, which was held at Haven's Kitchen, a cooking school. One person wore a Fiddler on the Roof t-shirt with a skirt and combat boots. Another sported a Warren Zabar's baseball hat. Lindsay Solomon, Miss Alexander's publicist, who was 30, dug out a kippah he had acquired at a bar mitzvah in middle school. Chopped liver and brisket were served. Chopped liver, huh? Chopped liver. I believe it's in Exodus. I believe it's in Exodus regarding the sacrifices. Let's see. Let me see. Exodus. Yeah, 29. Let's look at 29. And we're going to read the sacrifices of the priests, right? And how it was conducted. So 29, we're going to read 11 down to 17. And thou shalt kill the bullock before Yahweh by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And thou shalt take of the blood of the bullock and put it upon the horns of the altar with thy finger and pour all the blood besides the bottom of the altar. So we're seeing how the bullock was killed, blood was taken, put on the horns. Some of the blood was poured around the altar. Verse 13, and thou shalt take all the fat that covereth the inwards, and the caul that is above the liver. The caul is also the fat that protects and covers over the liver, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and burn them upon the altar. The liver was to be burned as well. Why are they eating liver, Rabbi? Why are you eating an abominable meat that was supposed to have been sacrificed along with the oblations of the priests? Why are you eating it? You see how they not the real thing, man? Let's continue. But the flesh of the bullock and his skin and his dung shalt thou burn with fire without the camp. It is a sin offering. Thou shalt also take one ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the ram. And thou shalt slay the ram, and thou shalt take his blood and sprinkle it round about upon the altar. And thou shalt cut the ram in pieces, and wash the inwards of him and his legs, and put them into his pieces and unto his head. And thou shalt burn the whole ram upon the altar. It is a burnt offering unto Yahweh. It is a sweet savor and offering made by fire unto Yahweh. So clearly we're seeing there was no inwards being eaten, no intestines, no livers, no brains, no tongue, all of the delicacies that our people have learned to start eating, you know, the tripe, the stomach line and all that other stuff, man, the intestines, the chitlins, the gizzards, the the heart, the liver, those things were not to be eaten. The organ meat, we didn't eat them, they got burned. The outward flesh is what we were eating and what was allowed for us to partake in. Those other aspects were part of the sacrifices. But Rabbi Green, he's over there eating chopped liver and brisket. All to what? Keep the people excited, doing whatever, right? Chopped liver and brisket was served, and people wished each other a Shabbat Shalom on a Thursday, toasting l'chaim with canned botanical infused vodka spritzers. Rabbi Green led the blessings over the candle, wine, and challah, and smiled widely at the crowd. We are all trying to figure out how to be Jews in the 21st century. No kidding. You still trying to carry on this charade. You still trying to carry on this mask and glove show that you're trying to do. You still trying to figure out how you can maintain this whole facade, huh? And this is it, as he says. Rabbi Green openly admitted, he said he's trying to figure out how to be Jews in the 21st century. You've been trying to figure it out for longer than that, Jack. Give me a damn break, man. That's why I said religions are finished. So the church is struggling. Here we go in the temple. They're struggling. Look what's going on. Even the Buddhist temples. Look at this. Even the Buddhists. And some of you Negroes out there, man, you out there following after the Buddhists too. You following the Buddhists. You following the East Indians and their religious and meditative practices. You know, merit making on hold as monks fail drug tests, leaving the Buddhist temple empty. See, everything is being exposed. Everything is failing in there. Everything is failing in there. Look at this in Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 4 and 9. It says, "For I think that the Most High have set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world and to angels and to men." Why he make the Israelites and the apostles and the teachers of truth last is that all the BS can go before us, and then we go in and disprove and chop it all up and sweep it out the way. You know how they play baseball? They say, the fourth batter bats clean up. That's what we do. We got to clean up all the folly, all the madness. So now that everything's being exposed, people are leaving the churches. Now you just got to seeing all the exposure of those who've been claiming to be Jews that are not, but do lie. Now they're being exposed, and our people are waking up saying, wait a minute, that does sound more like us. Wait a minute, that does make sense. Wait a minute, I didn't even realize the Bible said this. I always was taught that the Bible was tampered with. The white man wrote it, and I had no place in it. So that's why I've been clinging on over here to Pan-Africanism. Now they waking up saying, wait, actually, no. Yeah, Hebrews, yeah, that does sound like us. Now our people can stop sitting around praising the Dalai Lama and going over here following after Elam and following after damn Moab and the Buddhists, because they over there smoking meth in the damn temples. This is why we got to come through last. This is why the Israelites are the hot topic of the well, shoot, you might as well say at the latter end of this year, but we've always been the hot topic. Whether they're lying about us, and shout out to Bishop Nathaniel and the brother. I seen the brother video came on my mentions today. The brother Yatab from he's from Sakari. I seen the video yet, and he had an additional video from where he had like a edited clip of Bishop Nathaniel in there. I guess because we're on the West Coast, I didn't even know about this particular situation. It was an East Coast situation I think it was in Long Island, New York. Somebody had drove by a Jewish man and his son and shot some I think they said it was water pellets or like, paintballs or something. Shot the man twice in his chest, shot the kid, grazed his ear or something, right? Obviously, it's hate crime, blah blah blah. Now Adam Greenblatt went on, which is let me show you him. Adam Greenblatt, another damn devil. This guy right here, and I hadn't even where's he at? Yeah, this guy right here. This guy right here. MGM. He's the CEO of MGM and I think the ADL. He's got a seat on the ADL, right? He goes on the Breakfast Club and was talking about quote unquote anti-Semitic acts and what's going on. He happened to mention that that shooting that happened, with the water, whatever it was, a paintball or something like that. Let me just get it. Let me just get it. I'm going off script. I didn't even expect to go here. It was a BB gun. Okay. But Adam Greenblatt, he goes on the Breakfast Club and he said that it was the Hebrew Israelites that did it. Black Hebrew Israelites did it on the Breakfast Club, nationally syndicated radio show, beloved by Negroes and Hispanics, white folks. Everybody listened to him. Charlemagne the God, DJ Envy, Angela Yee. I think Angela Yee just left. He goes on this national platform in the midst of millions and lied and said that, here it goes right here, and said that black men shot at him right there. That was some Hebrew Israelites did a drive-by, and if he didn't say it was the Hebrew Israelites, he basically said that the black Hebrew Israelites inspired black men to do this. Either way, he blamed and said some black men did this. As they say, oh, this is anti-Semitic. It's because of now. You see what happened, right? A 25-year-old man with a criminal history was arrested and charged with a hate crime for allegedly firing BB pellets at Jewish father and his son outside of kosher Staten Island market over the weekend. Police announced in Jersey. Staten Island. I said Long Island. My bad. My bad. Where is he at though? See, they ain't got the damn picture of the guy. They be quick to post it up if it's a damn Jake. Oh shoot, where's this guy at, man? See, New York Post got all these damn ads on here. Come on, get out of here. Salaki, y'all. I'm going off script, man. I didn't even expect to touch on this, but just the spirit led me there. Let me see if Yahoo has a picture of the suspect. See, they hiding him here. I'm trying to see. That ain't him. Suspect arrested for filing pellet. They all got the suspect arrested. Now, clearly, you see in the car is a white boy. There ain't no black face in there, right? All of these news outlets, nobody got the damn picture, man. Where the hell is this guy at? Oh, see how the the devil plays these games, man. Because they gonna have to clean it up. Oh, it was put out there. It was the Israelites. Y'all can watch the Greenblatt interview on the Breakfast Club if you're wondering whether or not what did he say, right? But anyway, I'm gonna look one more time and see if here you go. Let's see. Look at this foolishness, man. Dropping in all these goddamn ads, so I can't see who the guy is. There you go. I had to show it real quick because the ads want you to buy the ads. If you want the truth, pay for it. No, I'm not paying for it. It's ridiculous, man. Anyway, that's just another example of them changing the truth into a lie. Here they are changing the Sabbath day. They're eating unclean meat. I mean, they're eating meats that's not clean for diet, let alone a damn Sabbath meal. They're falsely blaming Israelites for shooting at Jewish people with pellet guns when it's their own people doing it. When I say own, another Edomite, yeah, they're gonna say that guy wasn't Jewish. Knock it off. They all come from the seed of Edom, Esau. Amalek is a duke of Edom. Read Genesis 36. They all come from the same bloodline. Stop it. But this is why everything is in disarray, man. Look at this. Let me go back over here. Let me go back over here. All right, let me get back centered. Mayor making on hold as monks failed drug test, leaving Buddhist temple empty. Okay. A Buddhist temple in central Thailand has been left without monks after all its holy men failed drug tests and were defrocked. 4 monks, including an abbot at a temple of Phetchabun province of Bung Sam Phan district, tested positive for meth on Monday. Imagine that. So, what kind of revelations have they been passing along to their fellow Buddhist followers? What kind of meditative practices and spiritual words of the day and whatever other comes along with the damn Buddhist philosophies? Do they got people following after over there in Thailand and the rest of you Negroes that follow after Buddhist practices and traditions? Some of the damn monks is on meth. They in there sparking up, man. Sparking up in the temple. This is why the Most High said, stop learning the ways of the heathen. You so-called Negroes that went ahead and converted and start following after the ways of the quote-unquote Jewish people. You see how they're going off? Maybe you need to realign yourself with the true people, yourself, and stop learning from them. See what happens when you Negroes say, you know what, I'm tired of the church. I'm delving further into my spirituality. I'm a Buddhist now. I'm nonviolent. I'm not, whatever. Then you say the damn Buddhist priests over there getting high off of meth. You cats is out there running the streets and acting a damn fool. You saying, man, I got to change my life. I got to go to church. The church is out there saying, yeah, come on in. We getting high in here too. And we slinging weed out the trap. Come on in. Is that the change that you want? Huh? I mean, let's get it together now. So the Buddhist priest is in there smoking meth. The monks have been sent to a health clinic to undergo drug rehab. The official said the temple is now empty of monks and nearby villagers are concerned they cannot do merit making. It means they're charitable works. Merit making involves worshipers donating food to monks as a good deed. See, the monks is too busy and they're getting high off of meth, and they know the people are gonna come in and feed them, so they can go out and binge out, man, and still be able to eat and chill. Unbelievable, unbelievable. So we see what's going on there, right? Uh, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Another aspect of the church. As attendance dips, churches change to stay relevant for a new wave of worship. See how that goes? Changing up. And look at him. This was the guy. He was one of the head. He said he was the head of several churches down south, and he's smoking a pipe. No wonder he left. He wanted to do his own. He wanted to do what he wanted to do. Smoke and hang out. But look at this. It's Sunday morning, and a small group sits around a fire pit in a community garden under the limbs of an expansive box elder tree. Church is about to start, and it's cold. God our Father, we are just so thankful for this time to share the morning. Pastor Chris Battle, a big man with a pipe, clenching his generous smile. See what they doing? He's the pastor smoking a pipe in the midst of prayer. And this is the changes that he's saying is positive. And we really thank you for the fire that keeps us warm. Even as we sit up under this tree, we just pray that you would bless our time together. Well, first of all, the Most High ain't blessing your dang prayer, Pastor Battle. Sorry to break it to you, Jack. Proverbs 28:9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination. Do you understand that, Pastor Battle? First of all, you holding prayer with these two people. That's already got you in the bad light. Now you smoking a damn pipe, talking about you pray that the Most High would bless your time together. You ain't getting blessed. The Lord said that your prayers are an abomination to him because you don't keep the laws. 3 years ago, Battle walked away from more than 3 decades leading Black Baptist churches. How was he leading them? I wonder. 30 years leading Black Baptist churches, and turned his attention to Battlefield Farm and Gardens in Knoxville. See how they're starting to ease on over to the self-sustainability. They're trying to ease on into the prepper, communities, because they know people is falling back and preparing for the end. And they're saying, oh, that's what they're doing now? Well, we need to go on over here and make ourselves useful. They grow vegetables and sell them at a farmer's market. Well, at least they're doing what Pastor Bryant should be doing. But let's continue. They also collect unsold produce from around the city and deliver it to people in public housing once a week. Battle says he left because traditional church was not connecting with people. He felt they were turned off by sermons, the pitches for money, the Sunday morning formality of it all. So he led the church for 30 years and admits that they were wearing the people out, pitching for money, and they were getting turned off by sermons with no meat in them. A lot of talking. What did he say? So I said to myself, maybe we need to begin to do church differently, but what does that look like? And I didn't know until I got to the garden. So now he's gardening, American Christianity is in the midst of an identity crisis. Oh, really? Oh, really? Maybe because people are finding out who they are. Maybe because that's the identity, that's the crisis. Blacks and Native Americans and Hispanics are leaving in droves. Attendance is in a steep decline, especially among millennials and Gen Z who say traditional church doesn't speak to their realities. Well, guess what does speak to their realities? Deuteronomy 28, 15 down to 68. What does speak to their realities? When you see in the Exodus 4, you see in color, Job 30:30. When you see in color in Lamentations 5 and 10. When you see in color, Revelation 1, 13 through 15. When you see in color, Acts 13 and 1. Oh, that starts to connect, huh? Good old time. Hey, you say, come as you are, and just believe and go ahead, plead the blood of Jesus. What? No, that ain't good enough for the millennials nowadays, man. They're in the information age. They can go find all this stuff on their own. John 6 and 63. It says, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. See, the churches are only catering to the flesh. They want to make you feel good. They want to fill you up with with what they're calling the Holy Spirit. It ain't nothing but demons all on them. They're catering to the flesh with the fashion show, with the song and with the dance, with the Holy Ghost parties, with the barbecues after service. The morning breakfasts after service. You understand what I'm saying? There's no spirit in there. They think the spirit is jumping up and down, hooping and hollering. Well, if you read in the scriptures, man, you're hearing about people, that was possessed with demons like that, foaming at the mouth, weeping and gnashing of teeth. You understand what I'm saying? It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. When the churches fall away from using the word, there is no life that's going to be given unto the people. This is why the Gen Zs and the millennials right now are saying they're not connecting with, what did they say? Present day life. Look at this. Traditional church doesn't speak to their realities. This is why the Israelite movement of awakening is so strong, because men have studied to show themselves approved and are able to mirror and reflect precept upon precept through the spirit and the power of the Most High, Yahweh, to show our people their place and their spirit in that Bible. The churches can't do it because they're too busy teaching and preaching religion. 7-day disadvantages, the Jehovah wickedness. You got them all, man. The Mormons, African Methodists, Episcopalians, Catholic. Man, and that's good Lord, don't even get me started on the Catholics, man. They're not speaking to the realities of what's going on in the world. None of the churches are prophesying. They don't even talk about prophecy. Everything is feel good. Everything is, the daily word. Let me tell you what I'm feeling about today. You might get 2 scriptures out of a whole damn sermon and a 30 or 40-minute, spit tirade and sweat fest that goes down in them churches, man. Crack houses, fiends. And Jamal Bryant is doubling down. So the people have spoken. In response, religious leaders are scrambling to experiment with new ways to offer meaning in people's lives. Most of the folks who show up of the battlefield gardens on Sunday morning say they are looking for a faith community, but they are burned out on traditional religion. This is why they are scrambling so hard with doing their Jude 3 project and trying to shut down any, they're moving on their urban apologetics and they're trying to sharpen their game up on their Christian apologetic. They want to shut down the Israelites. Oh, stop them. People are leaving. People are believing the truth now. What are we to do? And the people are saying, listen, whether we're going to be Israelites or not, we're burnt out on your game. How about that? So I'm gonna end there, man. I'm gonna end it there. But I mean, just imagine. This is the mind state of the people. Last thing I want to play, y'all, is this other little short, right? And this is very important, man, especially for you brothers out there, man, that's teaching on the highways and the byways. And just in general, when you're talking to people, especially the so-called white man and his people, right? The question always is for them. We know what happened to you guys is tragic. We know slavery was wrong. Yes, we know you guys haven't been treated right in this country, but it's not my fault. I wasn't there. I didn't do it. I'm not responsible. But the answer always is, yeah, but you know what? You're complicit and you go along with your privilege. And just like in crimes, the so-called white man's got a law saying that if you aid and abet in a crime, you're just as guilty. So if you are harboring somebody that you know has stole, if you're quiet and you know that they've done wrong, and here they are saying, hey, you know what? Our family for generations have lived on this land. Oh, you don't talk about how you stole it. You don't talk about the false peace treaties that you did. You don't talk about how many of your ancestors lynched, hung, and burned our people. You want to talk about, oh, the small percentage of the South had slaves. Most of us loved you, niggas. What? You know damn well the people didn't. Most of them white folks, man, if you didn't have slaves, you turned a blind eye and you profiteered off of the communities that was built off of the backs of slaves. So being complicit does not make you innocent. But here's proof. Watch this.
Citizens do in this society, please stand.
I'm gonna play it again because
You didn't understand the directions. If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
Wow. And that's coming from their own people. And that ain't the fact. There's another video where it's it's a sister, and she's sitting at a table of white folks, and she presents the same thing to these white women. I think I might have had the video on my phone. If I don't, some of y'all may have seen it, but it was another little viral video. She's sitting at a dinner table with some white women, and she said, "How many of y'all are willing to give up your lives to live like me?" And they all was like, "Nope, nope." Let me play that again.
If you, as a white person, would be happy to receive the same treatment that our black citizens do in this society, please stand.
So that's the first time she asked the question. They didn't know how to react. And that lets you know that as much as they talk about, I love black people, my best friends are black, I love rap, I love the dance, I love this, I love soul food. Oh yeah, gentrification, I'm in the hood now. And you niggas that's running around here begging and pleading and can't wait to have white folks in your neighborhoods and in your gangs and everything else. You know what they always say, man. Everybody wants to be a nigga until it's, what do they say? There's an old saying about everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. But there's another offshoot of that where they basically say, man, everybody wants to be a nigga until, the police show up, or until, you get blamed for a crime you didn't commit. Something of that nature. Right? So you hear the rhetoric that come from these people, man, but don't nobody want to be in the shoes. Nobody wants to stand there and say, you know what? Let me see what it is like. But all of them will say, hey, there's no oppression, man. There's no hidden cabal or conspiracy against black and Spanish man holding y'all down. I mean, everybody got equal opportunity. It's America. All that other stuff. They all will say that on the surface, but internally, they all know the game is rigged.
You didn't understand the directions. If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
And with that being said, that's why you take videos like that, or you call on people when they present that argument to you, because of course the Christians and the good loving white folks, they all got excuses as to why we blame all. Why do we sit back and say all of the white race, y'all, it's because for those, whether you participate or not, whether you grew up around our people and all that other stuff, it does not matter. Some of them get drug in because you grow up around us, they're gonna treat you like a nigga. But you know what? I seen an interview, man. This white boy grew up banging a black hood, and he said that white privilege existed even when he was gang banging. He said that there would be a group of them, he's amongst brothers, police pop out, frisking everybody. They stop and ask, are you with them? He said, I would tell them no. And they said, well, get on out of here. As they go and harass, shake down, and arrest the brothers. And then when they would come back in the hood, they'd be like, nigga, why you do that to us? And he was like, hey, wouldn't you? And they would just give him a pass, like, damn, yeah, I guess if I didn't have to get harassed, I wouldn't. What's he gonna say? Yeah, I'm with them. Treat me like a nigga? He's not doing that. I forgot the dude's name, but it's if y'all want to see that, that's on damn. His brother Kev Mac videos, and he does little documentary. Well, he does little interviews and whatnot, man. But there's a white dude from this this gang called Graveyard Gangster Crips. But even in that scenario, because you see them running around all the time, talking about, man, I grew up around black folk, man. I mean, I'm just like you, and Negroes be sitting right behind him. Yeah, he just like us, man. Shit, he a nigga like. But that dude said, hey, they give us passes just like just like a regular white folk, man. They got privilege in those scenarios as well. So it is no excuse. There is no escaping. Just like our people, man. You think everybody that got on them slave ships, everybody that was getting killed in them villages and lands taken and ransacked was wicked and evil? There's always a remnant of people who are still doing right. But guess what? It doesn't matter to the Most High. One bad apple can spoil the bunch. Everybody gets included. So same way we all got punished and we all had to deal with our fate, so do they. And if they wonder why, it's because you don't want to live like us. You're complicit in the conditions and the things that's going on, and you ain't doing nothing about it. And walking around talking about Black Lives Matter and passing along a hashtag ain't it. So with that being said, man, always remember, fear the Most High, keep the commandments, don't shoot your messenger.